Welcome to Negative Splits, the only running podcast that asks the hard questions, with your host, Doug Miles. Brought to you by the Lapeer Run Club, with generous support from the Doug Miles Fan Club and viewers like you. Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Negative Splits. So we're continuing the conversation with local runners on what motivates them, and if money and time were not an object, where would they like to travel? Since I did the first episode, I've had some more thoughts about motivation and pursuing this concept of different ideas about motivation. Sometimes people don't want to talk about what motivates them. This is a phenomenon that's common in the ultra running community. A lot of top ultra runners are driven by their haunted pasts. They have things like alcohol abuse, drug abuse, drug problems that they are running away from, demons that are closing in behind them, and they have to keep on running to stay ahead. So when someone won't share what motivates them with me, I see it as a likely sign that they've been to prison. Just kidding.
So why do I sign up for races? I think for a couple of reasons. One, to tap my potential, to see what I have in me, to push my limits, and I think a race setting is ideal for those things. If I could race anywhere in the world, I think I would choose somewhere kind of exotic, a little off the beaten path, and I'm going to go with Boston, Massachusetts.
What motivates me to run a race, I think, has nothing to do with the race. It's mainly the training going up into the race, whether it be how far I can run without breaking, or most recently, if I'm capable of pushing myself to a bit of a faster pace. I love running because at the end of the day, it's me against me, and it's about the process of getting to the starting line. I would really love to run a race in another country. I don't care where it's at. I don't know. I don't have a specific location in mind. I'd have to really study it, but I would love to run Boston. It's been 2 minutes and I just mentioned Boston, Doug, so that was for you. But
what motivates you to run a race? I like to run races because they're challenging, and I like to be challenged. Otherwise, life is kind of boring. I also really like brownies, so that's a good reason to run races. Where would you love to travel to run a race if time and money were an obstacle? Domestically, it would be Seattle, and my international pick would be Croatia. I've always really wanted to go there.
What motivates me to run a race is the physical fitness aspect of it. For the past 4 or 5 years, I've tried to hold myself to a standard of physical fitness, and that rolls into number 2, which is my kids. I want to be healthy and be able to play with them for a long time as I grow up. If money was no object, I would want to go to the UTMB in Europe and do the ultramarathon over there. I think that course is beautiful, even if I just walked it.
What motivates me to run? I'll tell you. The people I surround myself with, because they are always pushing me to do my best. That's why I love running with Lapeer Run Club. Also, if I could go anywhere and race anywhere without money being an object or a restriction, I would pick Utah, because I love trail running, and I can only imagine how beautiful it is to run in the trails out there.
What motivates me to run a race is seeing my friends, eating food after, and being able to push my limits, whether that's with speed, distance, or emotional stability. If money weren't a factor, I would travel probably to Europe for a race. I'm not picky, somewhere with good food and good views.
What motivates me to go out and race? And I think the big thing that motivates me to go out and race is that when we have a big group of people out there and we're all supporting each other, makes us feel good about who we are and how we are as racers. I also think it gives us a little bit more confidence to push because we know we've got people behind us. If I could go any place to race where money was no object, I really think I'd like to go into the west where the mountains are at. I'm not a big fan of hills, but I think it'd be cool to try to traverse the mountains and run a race out there.
All right, what motivates me to run a race? I'd say first off, if it's like a 5K or something local, definitely helping out local charities, giving back to the community is a big one. But bigger races, I've always loved competition, and just competing with myself, with goals in mind, and goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and enjoying the process of training and getting in shape and trying to meet those goals week by week and day by day, and seeing the results in the end. Where would I travel to race if time and money weren't an obstacle? I'd love to go out and run a race in Paris. There's a Paris half marathon I would love to do. I'm not sure if I want to ever try to do Tokyo. London might sound a little bit more of a great one to go to.
What motivates me to run? Well, it has definitely evolved. When I started running, it was just about fitness, giving me a reason to stay moving. But now it's become more of a social engagement, just a reason to be with friends, hanging out and having fun. Where would I run if money was no issue? Probably Ireland, just to go out, explore the country. What better way to see the countryside than to be out running it?
Wow, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to make this and watch all these videos that people made for me and see the different ideas that rose to the surface, that things that I wasn't even aware of. So I look forward to doing more of these episodes and getting a lot more questions, especially hard questions, because that's what this channel is about, asking the hard questions, unlike other running podcasts. So join me next time. Thanks for watching, guys.